Alright, in this video we are going to be talking about the string fruit and it coming to GPO. So if you don't know, string is confirmed to be coming in update 5. This was confirmed when I think it was Benir who said since the game hit 100k players during the 1-year anniversary event, that they would release they would announce what like the next paramecia would be. That's the next paramecia that would be coming to the game, and that paramecia would be string. And we're also receiving a lot of sneaks for it, so that basically confirms that it is the next, well, it is the next paramecia, but it's most definitely coming in update 5, just because we've received more sneaks for it than Mochi, and I'm pretty sure we know Mochi is also coming in update 5. But that's enough of that. We've received, I think, roughly 3 skills, maybe 4. I think we've received a lot of sneaks for like one skill in specific, but yeah, we've received birdcage, a rainbow string move, and like a string shot move. I'll show those things in a second, but the first thing I want us to take a look at is we're going to analyze each move. So the first move is birdcage, and that move we've actually received like 3 sneaks for. We've received one where it's just the string all out and it just surrounding, you know, just the area. We've received one where it seems like it's closing in, and then I think that this screenshot, I wasn't sure what it was for, but I think someone said that it's the it's like the aftermath of the skill, like after this, like the string all closes in on the person, on the target. That's what it looks like. I really doubt that this is the ult. If it were, it's kind of like disappointing, but because like it could be very easily Takai'd or countered or something because of how long the windup seems. And if it's not an ult and it's not a guard break, then the skill kind of just seems bad because you have a lot of time to react to it. It would seem like the string surrounds you and then it closes in and then it hits. It would make sense if it was a guard break. That way, you know, it wouldn't be literally super easy to just block. But that still doesn't solve it just being Takai'd. So yeah, I don't really know. The skill it doesn't look super cool either. It looks kind of boring, to be honest with you. You just check it out and then there it is, and that's it. Like it's not anything super interesting, and it's a lot smaller of an AoE than it was in the anime. I feel like the skill could easily be upscaled and be made similar to kind of like tsunamis for Quake. If they scaled it up and stuff, it would still be easily Takai'd and whatnot, but blocking it wouldn't be an option. And you know, you could just try to keep your opponent preoccupied so they don't have enough time to Takai if you keep pressuring them. The next skill is the string, like I don't know what this is called. This is the only one that I'm not positive. It's like a shot of string. It could be like a little, it seems to have very short range. It could be a guard break or something similar to like a range of like sand cutlass. So, you know, it could just be something that you check out for poke damage. It definitely seems like it would be the first skill, if anything. But yeah, it's literally just a shot of string. I don't know what else it could be. It might correlate to to its mobility move. Just by like the way it's shot out of one hand, it kind of reminds me of the mobility move, which we've seen a sneak for, which is literally someone swinging around like they're Spider-Man, which looks sick, by the way. If string's mobility is like Spider-Man swinging, that's my favorite mobility move in the game by far. Maybe not very practical. I mean, unless you can do it off the clouds like how Doflamingo does it, then yeah, maybe not the most practical, but definitely would be the most fun, like by far. Literally just being able to, if they do the physics right, literally just being able to swing around like Spider-Man would be so much fun. Just imagine taking that to Alabasta and going from building to building to, like, it'd just be so sick, dude. You definitely get a lot of people dressing up their characters trying to be like Spider-Man. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, then we have another skill, which is the rainbow string or the 5-colored string. This move, again, it just seems like it's something you would use maybe at the end of an M1 combo or mid M1 combos, like a combo finisher, something like that. Doesn't seem super interesting. Just a generic move. There are some concerns for this fruit. I mean, those are all the sneaks we've received on this fruit, but there are some concerns for this fruit, being that it doesn't look very cool in comparison to a lot of legendaries. Like, a lot of legendaries look sick. Like they look super dope. Like, even Zushi, which is probably like the lamest looking one, has meteors that look sick, right? Like, they have something that looks really cool about them. This one, its skills all seem to be fairly like small AoE, and its string, so it's kind of hard to work with. Like, the rainbow string looks cool, and the bird cage looks okay. It looks all right. It doesn't look very cool, but rainbow string looks decent. But again, this is only 3 of the skills, so you can't judge it too harshly just yet. Literally 3 of the screenshots were birdcage, and 1 was rainbow string. The other was like the string shot, and then the mobility move. So 4 moves, I guess, if that string like shot. I don't know what that is, but if it has to do with the mobility or if it's an attack, regardless, it doesn't look super interesting. But yeah, they could easily add other skills that Doflamingo uses in the anime. I have no idea how they're going to handle the whole awakened fruit situation, because if they also add Mochi's a fruit that we've only seen awakened. String is a fruit that we've seen not awakened and awakened. So I don't know if it's some like fruit progression type thing, or if they'll just like let you use some awakened skill as an ult, or what. But I'm assuming it would be like a progression type thing. Like, later down the line they'll add fruit awakenings, but Mochi, since we've only seen awakened, you'll just get the awakened kit off rip. But that's neither here nor there. Some skills they could easily implement that would genuinely like make it better was Doflamingo uses a I can't remember what it is, but it's like a fire string shot. I can't remember what it's called, but that would be definitely really cool to see if it's like a guard break that goes out really fast with like decent range, that like inflicts burn damage. That would be cool. That would be really cool to see. Again, don't know how they're going to implement awakening moves, but if they do decide to do that, again, I don't remember his like names of attacks, but he has one where it's like 2 giant things of like super compressed string, which would also be very, very interesting to see implemented into the game. Like, just like giant string. The fruit does look like based off of what we've seen alone, I don't want to just judge it off because like we haven't even seen like a video of any of the skills. I think all the skills I think we've seen like some. Have we seen any videos? I think it's all been screenshots. We haven't seen any videos for this fruit, but it does seem like the fruit won't be phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie. As most legendary paramecias are, they're not like the best. Like Zushi, it's not great. It used to be super good for PvP, but nowadays it's not like great. Same for Gura. It used to be, I mean, it was never really that great. It just used to be a lot better. Is there another legendary paramecia other than Zushi and Gura? I don't think so, right? I don't know why I feel like I'm forgetting one. Anyway, legendary paramecias are usually bottom of the food chain, right? They're like the lowest valued fruits in the game, like the lowest valued legendaries. So the hype for update 5 is definitely going to be like Mochi, but it would be really interesting to like see String nonetheless. But I just think it would be a lot more hype once String gets awakened, because then that's where like the fruit really shines. But just its basic kit isn't super interesting. Like, it doesn't look very cool. Its awakening kit looks super cool. But yeah, it's just its base kit isn't very interesting. And to be honest, based off of the sneaks and how the skills seem like they'll work in PvP, they don't look super good. The rainbow string, again, it would probably just look like some combo ender. Birdcage looks like it would be a fairly sized AoE skill with a big windup that would either be blockable or takaiable, which nonetheless it's going to be easy to counter, which a lot of things nowadays have counters in their kits. you know, like pole counter, and I don't know why I'm only thinking of pole counter right now, but there's other things with counters, right? Oh yeah, there's a Gura counter. I know there has to be another thing that has a counter, but yeah, there's just things that can counter that, and obviously you can just tick high if it's not like a guard break. If it's not a guard break, you literally just block. But I think it would be a dumb decision to make a move with that big of a windup to be a guard break. I think a good way to handle the move would just be like not make it so you have to eat it, but not make it do a lot of damage. So maybe you can use your creativity to set it up into other skills, or you can punish people if they do guard break. So it's kind of like almost like free damage, but there's a lot of skills in the game that are pretty much like free damage, like Flame Pillar. Flame Pillar is a free damage skill. Shock Punch is a free damage skill. Fireflies and M1s is just a free damage skill. Like, there's plenty of moves in the game that are just like you chuck them out and you know they're gonna connect, and this could be one of those. It'll just be like low damage, you know, for balancing reasons, but you could set it up if you're creative enough. I'm definitely like the most excited for swinging. It would be really a shame if they make it so you have to swing off of something. I think you should be able to just swing off the clouds. Like, you just shoot it up into the sky and you can swing instead of using a boat. A, that would be really fun, and B, that would actually make it a practical like mobility move, because a lot of like Gum's mobility move, I know it's a rare, but Gum's mobility move isn't like really super useful because you can't use it to get from island to island. All mobility moves that can be used to get from island to island kind of are suckier mobility moves, but this one could easily be used to get from island to island, just like how it was used in the anime. And also it could be used to like swing off of like objects, which would also be super sick and super dope if they do this like Spider-Man-y like swinging physics right. If they make those physics good, to be honest, I'd probably just use string for the mobility move. It seems super interesting. Even though Mochi, I would definitely get Mochi first because Mochi is just my favorite fruit. But yeah, then you have like those are the only moves we've seen. Yeah, so that's really it. That's my input on string. That's what I'm thinking of for the fruit. I don't think it's going to be great. I think it'll be decent, but it's just going to be, you know, I don't think it's going to be better than any of the Logias, to be honest, because legendary Paramecias generally haven't been, so I think the pattern will hold true. I can't say the same for when the fruit eventually gains an awakening, if the fruit ever gains an awakening, however they choose to handle that. Very excited to see that, more than really the release of the fruit, to be honest with you. And really hyped for that mobility move. Anyway, those are just my 2 cents and all the sneaks. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.